Hello gentlemen, it's been quite a while since my last video. I was on YouTube the other day on my channel and I was looking at different videos and it had been a long time since I made one. So I thought I'd been thinking about that for a while, and one of the Gospels here recently inspired me, so I wanted to share with you that experience. A couple of weeks ago, it was the Gospel of Zacchaeus. If you remember that story, he was the man of small stature that was trying to see Jesus. He was a tax collector and a sinner, and he couldn't see Jesus, so he ran ahead of Jesus and climbed up a tree. And Jesus saw him and was impressed with his interest, and of course called him down, and he was converted. And the point that was made in the homily I thought was excellent, and that is Zacchaeus made some effort to put himself in the path of Jesus. He was a chief tax collector, is what the scripture says. So he was a man of some importance, and so him running ahead and climbing up a tree was probably not really dignified, but he was very interested in seeing who Jesus was. So he made that extra effort. He didn't care what other people thought. And so the question that we have for each one of us is, are we putting ourselves in the path of Jesus? Are we putting ourselves someplace where we're going to encounter Jesus? Where are those places? What are those things that we can do to put ourselves in a place to meet Jesus? Of course, Mass is the primary place that we will encounter Christ, right? In the Eucharist. Are we going to Mass? In the sacraments of reconciliation and the Eucharist. Are we taking advantage of those? Other places that we might encounter Christ is in helping others. There's a lot of ways, and I ask that you might think about how is it I can put myself in the path that I'm going to encounter Jesus? Because as with Zacchaeus, when you encounter Jesus, when you encounter the real Jesus, he changes your heart and he draws you to him. And if we don't put ourselves in the path of Jesus and we don't have an opportunity to meet him, to see him, to include him in our days, it's hard to grow in our faith journey. So please remember, as I've told each one of you individually and as a group, the most important thing that we can do as Christian men is to lead the people that we love towards Christ. And we have to make a real effort to do that. The only way we can lead others to Christ is through our own example. And if we don't have a good example, others aren't going to take us serious, and it's going to be hard to lead others to Christ. So I love all of you guys, and I invite you to comment on the video. Don't overwhelm the texting. In the past, you guys have really jumped in and almost overwhelmed me with all your comments. So, be gentle with that. So anyway, I love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.